of you are ready for the new direction? How many are ready to get in shape? How many of you are ready for your incomes to go up? Okay, now I gotta take a breath. Woo! I'm in shape, but I ain't in that shape. Okay. All right, so I need the clicker. Okay. Are you guys ready? The name of my training is called Your Pace or Mine. And I'm really excited about this national convention. I've been with the company now for over 8 years. And in the 8 years that I've been with 5 Links, I have never been this excited. How many of you are really excited about the new direction? Get that energy going. How many of you are out of breath? How many of you need to get in shape? That's right. You know, I love you guys too. I want to get started today by talking a little bit about my journey, because I believe the journey is so important. You learn so much from it, and one person's journey can inspire you to have a better journey. Do you guys agree with me? Been doing 5 Links for 8 years, and in those 8 years, my first son was about 4 or 5 years old when I got started, and I've had 2 children since I've been involved in the company. And if you guys have seen my pictures at every national convention, sometimes I'm like Oprah. Sometimes I'm slim, sometimes I'm big. You never know what you're gonna get. And the thing about it is, at no point in time was I ever unhappy, whether I was small or whether I was big. But what I realized in the time that I've been in the company, when it relates to this business, sometimes people can be at a place in life, if you've ever talked to them, and they might be doing okay with their jobs, and you present them the opportunity, and then they question it, they don't want to do it, and you're always trying to figure out why, and they say, you know, I'm good, I'm happy where I am and what I'm doing, and you always wonder, why don't people want more? Have you ever questioned that? So for 8 years, I was trying to go against the grain. I wasn't trying to go at the pace of friends and family members. I was trying to, when it came to money, I always wanted more. How many of you want more? And where you are right now is not good enough, is it? No, we want to be financially free, don't we? We want to travel the world. We want to be able to do what we want to do when we want to do it. And so, for me, it started off with, what did I actually think about my body? Now, when 5 Links brought this new product to us, I'm going to be very honest. If you know me, I love French fries, pizza, chicken fingers, buffalo wings, you name it, I love it. And, you know, we were both saying, me and my husband, we kept doing this. Like, remember us back in the day? This is what I used to look like. This was me in college. And I kept saying, you know, I used to be tight. You know, I used to be slim. And then you have 3 kids, and time goes on, and things change. Your body changes. Well, we were just like plump and happy. We're in love. Who cares what everybody else thinks? Let's eat what we want. We got money. Let's just pig out. Go home, lay on the couch, wake up when we want to wake up. There was no reason for us to feel like we wanted to be healthier, because we felt like we had one thing down pat, which was the what? The money. But how many of you know money isn't everything? No, we want to be here for the years to come, to take care of our children, to see them to grow older, to watch them as they get married and have children. And just because you're not extremely overweight, it doesn't mean that you're healthy. Do you guys agree with me on that? And so we were plump and what? and happy. Look, this was us the last national conference. Look how chubby my face is. My husband, Lord, he looks different, doesn't he? So here's my before picture. I look a little bit different now, right? Now, I want you to understand what happened. We got these high five products about 40 days ago. And just like this business, we had to make a mental shift. Everybody say mental shift. Because it wasn't enough for me just to get the products, just like it's not enough for you just to sign into the business. It was not enough for me to get it and say, okay, I'm going to take them and think a miracle was going to take place. Does everybody understand that? So there has to be two other components when you have these products. You have to exercise and you have to eat right. And so mentally, we had to get into this space where we say, okay, this is what's about to happen. Because sometimes it's not enough to do it for the right reasons. Because the right reasons is that we all should exercise and eat right because we all want to live longer, correct? But we just don't, right? So for us, it was not enough to do it for the right reasons. So we did it for the reasons that made the most sense. We did it because we knew that if we didn't, that our business would depend on it. And this is something I need everybody to get into your mind right now. We're going in a new direction. And whether you want to be healthy or whether you choose not to be, it doesn't matter whether you want to or not. If you want to have a great business, you're going to have to do it. Because 8 years ago, I could show the Bentley, I could show the house, the progression. You move from one position to the next, you quit your job, and everybody is like, okay, now I'm interested. What do you think people are going to be looking at now when they're looking at your business? Who? 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 You. You're getting these high five products this weekend. Let 30 and 60 and 90 days go by and you still look the same. You can be excited today, but you better get it right. Because it's going to be the same thing for the person that stays in the business for years and they don't see any transitions in your life. In order for network marketing to take place, in order for you to have success, people have to see transformation. What do they have to see? Transformation. This is the easiest way for you to transform your business is through who? Through you. So what should you be doing now? You should be taking your what pictures? Your before pictures. Mentally, we knew what was about to happen. We said if we're going to go in a new direction and we want to stand in front of people at a PBR or a BOM and we say, okay, this is what we look like before, and then we take another picture 90 days later and this is what we look like now. Somebody's going to say, I don't want that. Oh, thank you. Thank you for inviting me. That was very nice. If you've ever seen any kind of company where it deals with weight loss or being healthy, people have to see transformation. So you need a what? Before picture. This is my husband's. Woo! Before, you know, I loved him like this. It was like a nice little pillow you could lay on. I'm just playing, baby. He's going to get me afterwards. Now, here was my biggest problem. And this is one of the reasons I really love the products. You see my kids? This was me every day in the middle of the day. I was exhausted. How many people, parents, do we have out there, working moms, dads? Do you get exhausted in the middle of the day? You know, and then we get to the end of the day and they want to go outside and we want to have fun. I'm tired. I always tell my husband, I say, okay, can you go outside with the kids because I'm too what? I'm too tired. Do we have any tired people here in the audience? So it was time for a what? A new body. It was time to make some changes. And let me tell you something. This was not easy. So here's some things I want to give you some tips. Know what's best for you. We got a membership to a gym, but we had to actually take some tests. You want to be able to show people what? Results. So you don't want to just be able to show them results from a before and after picture. Here are some other ways that you can show them results. You can go to the doctors, you can go to your gym, anywhere where they take your blood. Get your blood pressure taken. Get your test taken for your triglycerides. One of the things that we learn is that in order for us to lose weight, we have to lose weight in a different way. You see, my husband got a score of 92, and I barely passed with a 76. But one of the things that we learned talking to a nutritionist is that in order for me to lose weight, my triglycerides were really high, and they suggested that I eliminate carbs for at least 2 weeks to get my triglycerides down. Because they said when it's that high, you don't do anything but store fat. So if you find yourself sometimes working out and feeling like, nothing's really happening, it could be because something different is going on in your body than it is going on in someone else's body. So his thing was glucose. He had too much sugar and processed foods that he was eating. And so they could tell all of these things from the scores. But let me tell you why else this is good. Because we took the scores, and then what happens? You retake the scores after you get in shape. Now you have something to show your friends and family members. Now you have something to show people when you go to the PBRs. Here's not only that I look different, but look at my health. I actually have better health scores than what I've had previously. Does that make sense? Now, I had to realize that for me, I needed a different environment. The way I used to work out was at home because I didn't want to pay for a gym membership, just like people don't want to pay for the BOM because you feel like you don't have any guests. So I'm like, okay, I can do this at home by myself. And, I'm on the elliptical, and I do my 30 minutes. I'm actually taking phone calls and, doing business, making my schedule for the day. And I do my 30 minutes, and I thought, I've done something. And I realized mentally, because we have to make a mental what? Shift, correct? Is that when you're in the right environment, you work out different. You think different. Because now what you start doing is you start doing things that you see other people doing. So when I'm in the class with those little skinny girls, and I can't keep up, and they're going hard like this, and I'm like, oh. But when I see them, it makes me want to go hard, right? Have you ever been at a meeting and you see one of the platinum senior vice presidents and they inspire you, and you see their production and you see their home and their lifestyle, and you say, you know what, that's what I want. Well, you can only feel that when you're in their presence. Just like you can only be inspired by your environment. So don't think that you can do this alone. Have certain, workout groups. Go to the gym. If you have certain business partners in your area, get together and work out several days during the week together. But for me, I love taking classes, and I got a membership to Lifetime Fitness. I swim. I used to have my own, when I was in college, I used to be a lifeguard. So I love swimming. So you got to find out what works best for you. My husband loves to play basketball. He loves to do the weights. I'm more of swimming and cycling classes. Those are my things. But we all have to find what's good for what? Us. Now let me tell you how that also relates to your business. When you're going out and you're trying to recruit people, how many of you have tried to recruit people in the mall? Anybody? When you're out and about, how many of you have tried to recruit friends and family members? What about businesses or business owners that you know? Here's a little tip. I want you to do this. I want you to look at your business from the past 3 months. Write this down. And I want you to write down every recruit that you've recruited in the last 3 months. And right next to their name, I want you to say, how did you actually recruit them? Were they warm market? Did you give them a call? Did you stop by their office? Was it a cold market? Was it someone you just met? Was it a mother at your school? And what you'll notice is a pattern. The pattern that you'll see is the pattern that takes place for you to run your business. So what happens is people don't like to do things that make sense. Usually like to do things that's more comfortable for them. Sometimes people like to go to the mall because you don't know anybody at the mall. These people don't know you. But you actually do better recruiting within your warm market. And if you look at some of your last results, they were in your warm market. So it's good because you have a business. You want to look at past results, and it'll tell you how to make future decisions. Now here's number 3. You want to set goals. I like to put up pictures. And Jennifer Lopez inspires me. I don't know who inspires you, but I'll put up pictures in my phone. I'll put up pictures of me in my phone, other celebrities in my phone. Beyonce. I mean, I don't know. She was kind of like sitting back, watching in the elevator, so I don't know if she's such an inspiration anymore. I would have been like, don't be messing with my man. Physically, she still inspires me. Okay. My husband loves The Rock, so, woo, some of the ladies must like The Rock too. Maybe you want to get in shape for your rock, you know? Or you have to have inspiration videos up, people that you inspire to be like. Environment is important. Remember, we talked about going to the gym, Lifetime Fitness. I love the gym that we're a part of. I love to take cycling classes. This is me sweating and cycling. Now here's another one. You are what you eat. So it's very important during this time to eat healthy, yes? We have to have a change in lifestyle, so we have to have a change in what we eat. So one of the things that I learned when I spoke to a nutritionist is that, and I know Israel's gonna come up here and talk to you guys about it. Everybody give her a round of applause, boxing champion. She's the expert. I'm just gonna tell you a little bit of stuff that I know, okay? So one of the things that we did was we had fruit that we ate. They say there's a lot of carbs in some fruit, so you have to be careful. But they also say all carbs are not what? Bad carbs. So you want to make sure you have your fruit stocked up. We ate a lot of salads, a lot of fish. We eliminated carbs for the last 2 months within our house. So vegetables, fish, chicken, my husband cooked out on the grill. I didn't starve myself, and that was very important, and I want everybody to know that because I have in the past. And how many of you have tried different ways of losing weight and find that you gain it right back? Don't act like I'm the only one. Yes? I've done the lemonade diet, I've done them all, and what I find in the end is that I'll gain the weight right back. So this time I said I want to do it the right way. Everybody say the right way. The right way. So we ate right. We didn't starve ourselves. We just made sure that we had smaller portions and that we just watched everything that we ate. So vegetables, chicken, protein, all day long. And then we started to take the products. Now I want you to know how I took the products. Everyone's going to be different. And I want you to understand, some of the things that worked for us. We have 3 different products. So there was the shake. And I took the shake either for breakfast or I even took it sometimes right after my workout for lunch. Some people will do 2 meal replacement shakes. I was only doing 1 a day, but whatever it is that suits you, I always just recommend that you speak to your doctor about anything that you want to do. But I drank my shake in the morning. I took my melt right before I worked out, and this was my Boost melt. What melt was it? The Boost melt. Now let me tell you about the Boost melt, just so you have an understanding of what the difference is between having the boost and not having the boost. I lost 15 pounds over the last 40 days. And I will promise you, thank you. I need another applause for that one. This was my favorite product. I woke up in the morning. Remember one of the things I told you, the problem I had is I didn't have enough energy. What didn't I have enough of? I would take this boost, and because I wasn't a huge caffeine drinker, I would take this boost 15 minutes before I would go to the gym. Now, normally, let me tell you what I can do in one day. I can do 30 minutes on the elliptical, and that's it. If I had to do an hour on the elliptical, I felt like I was killing myself. That was my normal workout routine, and I only did it 3 days a week. And you saw what kind of results I was getting from that. It's the same results some people get when they say, I'm doing the business, but you ain't talking to nobody. And you wonder why you don't have any momentum or production. Same thing, right? So I would take the boost in the morning, 15 minutes before a workout, get in there. I start off, I could take a 1-hour cycling class. I still feel good. Go in the next room, I'll take another 1-hour insanity class. Woo! I still feel kind of good. I would go downstairs, get in the pool, and I would swim and do 30 laps. Woo! I still feel kind of good. I would get in the jacuzzi, then I would get in the sauna. I would come home. Any other time, if I would have done all of that, I would have been exhausted. I wouldn't even be able to get in the shower. I would come home, get dressed, go outside, play with my kids, take them to their practice, go to the weekly meeting, come home, and still not be exhausted. I would go to sleep. I didn't have any kind of sleeping problems. I'll go to sleep around 11:30 at night, wake up, felt like I've never taken anything. It gave me the energy to last throughout my day and do 3 times the amount of workout that I would normally do. So the boost was my what? My favorite. I would be calling my friends on the phone, just like when you call them when you're excited about the business. You say, girl, I just found something. Call my best friend. I say, when you get this, you will be walking to my home to get more of this product. I said, I'm about to go crazy because we ran out of the product, and I'm calling corporate. I'm like, listen, do I need to fly to Rochester because I need some more of the boost? It was amazing the difference in my results when I didn't take it and when I did take it. It was amazing in what I was able to do in just one day. So this was my favorite product. But this is what we all have to do. We have to allow room for mistakes, just like we have to allow room for mistakes in our business. Because we've all had times in our business where you've messed up with a business partner, where you didn't follow up right away when you went and talked to someone, where you signed someone into business and maybe you didn't quick start them the right way. Maybe you didn't show them the amount of attention that they needed. We all make mistakes. We all make what? We all make mistakes. And when it comes to you in this process, I want you to understand that you'll make mistakes too. So we did have cheat days. And our cheat days would get to a point where we would have a cheat day on a Saturday. But what do you think was happening throughout the whole week? How many of you have ever been on a diet? What happens when you can't eat what you want? You start to go crazy. So it was like you're waiting up until this one day to cheat, and when we did cheat, we would overdo it. We would be eating pizza and French fries on our cheat days, and it was like all that work we did was for what? For nothing. So what we did was we changed it. We did 3 cheat meals for the week. What did we do? Write it down. Why is it so important? Because you don't want to, for one, deprive your body of things that you like. There's no reason why you sometimes can't have certain things. Everything is always in proportion. So this was us when we just did a cheat day. Pizza, French fries. I think Kurt has 2 hot dogs over there. Sushi. Ooh, that one was so good. It was like a hot chocolate shake. Fried foods, macaroni and cheese. So one of the things you have to remember, and I talked about this before, is you understand you're a product of your business. Now, you don't want this lady working on your teeth, do you? No, right? How many of you would go to her if she said she was a dentist and gave you her business card? What about this lady? What if you wanted to get your makeup done and she said she was, she did classy events and she could do your makeup? Would you trust her? Nah, right? Appearance is important. What about this guy? What if he said he was your psychologist? and he wanted to work through some issues with you. What would you do? Would you trust him? Would you even pay him? What about these people? What if they said, you know what, we're going to help you to get in shape. We're going to help you to get your health and your wealth together. Because they look like what? They have it together. And so it's important to look like the part. It's important when you're showing pictures on Instagram and social media, you're working out, you're showing your different routines, you're giving away some of your tips and things that you're doing along the way in your journey. Documentation is important for people to see that you are a work in what? Progress. You know, just like this, you guys want to take pictures as a team. It'd be great for you as a team to take a before picture, to say, this is us at, you know, Atlantic City, look at us, and then take another one at the next Nationals and say, look at us now. But have a commitment together as a team. Now, this is important. Whose pace are you going to be led by? We have a few months to make some results happen. How many months? Just a few. Now, one of the things that I experienced, and they're going to get me because they probably are in the room today, is that I went to the gym with a few of my business partners. And I'm not going to say their names, but I remember the first time I went with one, and I love her to death, but we work out differently. And so we went to the gym, and we took an aerobic class, and we had a good time. But afterwards, we were lifting weights. And I thought I was bad until she came to the gym with me. And she had like a really hard time doing a lot of the things. And then afterwards, she was like, how long we gonna be here? She said, I'm not on the boost like you. I'm ready to go. And I was like, okay, well, let's go. And what happens is when you're working this business, it's so important, and this is just so that you know, to be around someone that can inspire you to do what? Better. So it's okay to hang out with your friends when it comes to working out or even the business, but you always want to have that next level. I went to the gym with another business partner, and I said, okay, I love the pool. Let's get in the pool. Let's swim some laps. And we got in the pool, and guess what she said? Once we got to the pool, guess what she said? She said, you know I can't swim. I was like, you could have told me that before we got here. So instead of me swimming laps, you know, we're just like doing like this. And it was nice and fine, but do you think I really got to work out? And then I go to the gym with my husband. And I'm just going to tell you, I didn't really like that experience. Just like you might not like the experience when you work with your platinum and they're hard on you and they're telling you how you're not doing enough, that you're not committed, that you're not really dedicated, that you're not really talking to people, that you don't really want this. You know that annoying feeling that you have because you feel like you want it, but they are looking at you and they know that you really don't want it, that annoying feeling? That's the annoying feeling that I had when I was working out with him. He could go 10 times as hard as I could. You might be in a Thomas Felder's organization and you see him running 10 times harder than you. But let me tell you something, why you want to stick around these types of people. Because he lost 50 pounds when I lost 15. Thomas Felder is at platinum in a year when most of you have been in here for years and you still haven't hit the position. People who can do more than you should inspire you to do better. They should make you feel like you're not doing enough. And as much as he would get on me about, you can't, go harder, put some more weights in. And I kept saying, I was looking at him, I was like, I can't go. I gave him that look women give me. I can't go any harder. I'm doing the best I can. That look we give as women. But I want you to understand why we need these types of people in our life. Because if you don't have them, then you go at a pace that is at no pace at all. You go at a pace that will never get you to your destination. You go at a pace that will leave you right in the same spot that you currently sit in. So if you're not surrounded around the right people, if you're not around people that will inspire you to do more, then where will you go? You can't go up. It's important to be around the right people. And in this journey of weight loss, you want to be around that person that says, put the food down. You want to be around that person that says, come on, let's go to the gym together. You want to be around that person who wants to do the business, not that business partner that you had to struggle and drag here to the convention center, who kept telling you they didn't have the money. You don't want to be around those people. And then you might say, well, I don't know anybody else to be around because everybody is like that. Well, I got news for you. Guess what? We all deal with it. We're all surrounded around those types of people, and there's only a few that really want it. And as you build your network marketing business, what you should know is that guess what? You better hope that you're one of those few. You better hope that you're not the one that somebody is saying, I'm tired of dealing with them. You better hope that you're the one that's saying, you know what, I need to find another leader. I need to find somebody else to do my business. Because that's all we're doing is we're searching and we're looking and we're trying to find the right people. But you first have to start off by being around the right people so you can transform. So make sure you watch who you're being led by. Now, here's number 9. I got 10 for you. Where's the timer on here? They didn't tell me that. Oh, I got 8 minutes. Okay. Thanks. Here's number 9. Allow room for disappointments. Some of you are disappointed today. And I remember that feeling because when we started in this journey, I was going as hard as I possibly could. I was pushing my body. I wasn't eating bad things. And I remember 30 days into it, I would look in the mirror and I would look at him and I would say, you look so different. And I would look at me and I was like, but I look the same. And some of you are going to watch others that you feel like maybe you're smarter than them. Maybe you deserve it a little bit more than they do. And you're going to see them hit positions. You're going to see them hit national director. You're going to see them hit senior vice president and platinum. But everything happens in time. I want you to know that disappointments will come because we all, at some point in time, get disappointed. I don't know how many times into the beginning of my business that I look back and I said, wow, like, I can't recruit like Sonny and King. I'm not making the money like they're making. I don't have the momentum like some of the other leaders in the business. I don't have the experience like a John and Patrice Jones. I don't know, I can't train like Elisa Cloud. I can't do the things that I see other leaders do. And I was always disappointed until I had to get to a point of content and say, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it my best every day that I wake up. And I have to rely on the fact that God made me the way he did for a reason. And that, you know what, as long as I'm giving it my best, as long as I'm never giving up, as long as I'm not making excuses, as long as I'm doing everything that I possibly can, is that if I come along with any disappointments, I'm just going to say that that's just a part of the journey. You will be disappointed, whether you haven't lost the weight yet, and you'll feel like, well, is the product really working? It takes time. Your production takes time. Momentum takes time. You have to learn how to be the right person. You have to learn how to recruit. This is an art. This is just not come in, get rich quick. I remember I kept saying, why does everybody else make $20,000 and $30,000 a month? This was back in the day when we were on the low end. Why do they make $20,000 and $30,000 a month? I'm busting my butt and I'm not even making $5. I want that kind of money. I was disappointed when I came to the meetings and no one showed up. I don't know how many disappointments I've had because I've had senior vice presidents leave, national directors go to another company after I've flown miles and hours and taken time away from my family, after I've invested my money and my energy into them and then they quit. I've been disappointed. I've watched my income in the beginning fluctuate, and sometimes I'm making a lot, and sometimes I'm not because no one is producing. And I want it and they don't. I've been disappointed. You will be disappointed. And at the end, let me tell you what we all say. They have no idea what this will do to you, who this will make you. If any of you get stuck on that island, you better call my name because you won't want somebody like me to be there to help you out. You become someone you have never even imagined. Someone who says, you know what? It doesn't matter what's currently going on. I can make it through anything. It doesn't matter where I am. I can be anywhere that I want to be. You can do anything that you want once you make it to the top. Anything. Because this business will give you the cojones. Is that a better word? You can mute that out. It'll give you exactly what you need. And it gives you this courage and this understanding that when I go to a meeting and there's 10 people there and no one signs up, I don't get disappointed. I'm not mad. I never say, what did I do wrong? I just say I was in a room with 10 wrong people. Where's the next meeting? You don't want it? Guess what? I'll find somebody who does. This didn't work out, that's okay. I'll find a situation that does work out. You quit, I'll find another you. Never let anybody think that this is going down because they left. I don't care that they leave. You want to make it to the top? And you have to realize either no pain, no gain. We either going to get in this and we're going to do this together as a family, a 5 Links family. Who are you? People leave and go to other companies. I don't understand that. You can't leave the family that you're in and go to another family. You stick it out and you stay there until it's right. We do what? We bleed what? Blue. We bleed blue. This is our company. This is our time. This is our product. And you never let anyone talk you down. You never let anyone say that this doesn't work. I'm a millionaire because of this at the age of 35. I don't want anything. I don't need anything because of this. Because of what some people don't believe in, what some people don't take serious. Some people don't even understand what you're giving up on, and not even not giving up on. Some people don't even understand what you're not working on, because some of you have it and you do nothing with it. You're in it, you're a part of it, you're that family member that's there, but you don't do nothing. We need you to contribute. We need you to stand up. We need you to fight with us. You can't build an army with a bunch of sheep. We need lions and tigers and bears. We need the people that's going to go out there and say, you know what? If they got it, I want it. I'm doing a meeting. I'm talking to everybody. I want this. I don't care what it is. I promise you this. I talk to so many different people, millionaires. Nobody makes money like we make money. Nobody can take a year and a half off and still make over $1 million. Nobody can do it but us. I've done the research. I've checked. It doesn't exist. Have that confidence when you're talking to that person that's turning their nose down to your business. Have that confidence when that family member is telling you you're working too hard in this and I don't see anything coming from it. Have that confidence to know that you are in the right place at the right time. Next National, when we come back, I want you to come back and I want you to be the best that you've ever been. I want you to come back and I want you to say, I look good, I feel good, and my pockets are full. My income is up. My body fat is down. I look good, and I'm ready to go to the top. If we all come in together, I promise you, we can take this company to $1 billion, but we can only do it together. So everybody has to, right now, get up off your butt. Get up. And I want you to understand, if we don't do this together, then it does not get done. We have a new direction, a new company, a new product, and we're going to have some new millionaires that's going to be within this company. You're going to be on this stage. Your family is going to be free. Your children won't have to worry about anything, all because you stood up and you believed in something. No pain, no gain. Say it with me. No pain, no gain. Say it with me. No pain, no gain. Say it with me. No pain, no gain. I'm your double platinum senior vice president, Tishina.